It's been really exciting working on the Saints Row franchise. I've been the lead writer on 1, 2, and 3, and it's one of those things where we always knew what we wanted to do with Saints Row 1, but we were too close in our parody that it wasn't quite sure if people would get the joke. Right? We were too close. We weren't sure if we were trying to be serious or not. And after that happened, we knew that we had to go and make it more clear that we were always wanted to be that over-the-top, fun game. And so, after that, was making that transition into making it more clear that we are just trying to go and have a really good time. And Saints Row 3, I think, is like the manifestation of that because it's just such it's so over the top, and it's no one can question that the game is meant to just be a good time. You know what I mean? There's no doubt that this is unapologetically fun. They're really crazy brainstorming sessions. It's a lot of design meetings for Saints Row are nothing if not fun. It wasn't hard to come up with these weapons in Saints Row. The hard part was how do we pare it down. You have all this list of things that we want to go and do, and how do you settle on that number? And scope and time oftentimes are the equalizers that go and do that for us. The guys that we work with are just really, really smart, and they're really fun to collaborate with. And so you throw us all in a room, it's just great to see what sort of ideas come out and things that people want to go and see. What if we try this? This could be really fun. And so we throw them all around, and that's what we kind of shaped up with the list that we have. So it's a lot of very eccentric brainstorming meetings.
With my own dog, got treasures in my mind, but couldn't open up my own vault.
We always knew that we wanted the city takeover section to stand on its own. We knew we wanted it to be a thing that people could go and really delve deep in. However, our first priority had to be getting the story missions, to where they need to be, because it's more intensive time with programming and things like that. So a lot of attention was spent on our missions to make sure they're sure. We always had a plan for the city takeover, and we had a team of people who focused solely on that stuff. But when push came to shove, and it's like, okay, if we can go and I can go and create an extra writing asset for the city takeover or an extra writing asset for the missions, I would side towards the missions. But both of them were really equally important moving up. But sadly, there was not enough of us to go and hit everything the way that we would have liked to.
God damn it, I'm killing this shit. I know damn well y'all feeling this shit.
The whole engine was totally overhauled. Comparing the Saints Row 3 to Saints Row 1 is like night and day. Like, the game is just stunningly more pretty. Like, everything across the board is just better, which is really exciting. I think the changes, the most impressive changes to the game are actually changes that were made design side. I think that taking the progression of the game away from being earn respect, spend respect to play a mission, and to play all the missions that you want, just keep on going through them, but use respect as a way to unlock new abilities that you want to go and buy instead of being forced to play activities to go and get the reward, was really important, because it puts that level of customization into the player's hands, right? I'm not telling you, oh, if you really want to have infinite ammo for your pistol, you have to beat insurance fraud, because what if you don't like insurance fraud, Instead say, play whatever you want, and then use what money you earn from that to go and buy infinite pistol ammo. And that, I think, was really, really important to allowing us to go and have that. Likewise, City Takeover itself, I think, was a huge improvement. Instead of having, I want to go to this location and play 6 instances of an activity, have those instances spread out. And every time you beat one instance, you feel you make progression, the map turns purple. Every time you buy a store, you take control of that city. And by doing this in these little small bite-sized chunks, you're able to feel that you really are taking over the city, instead of just kind of grinding through to hit the next milestone where you get your reward. And I think that those two fundamental design changes increase the fun of the game is so much increased by those two simple changes. And it's borderline embarrassing that we didn't think of it sooner, but I'm so happy that we did, and it really makes the game fun.